Okay, I'd like to call the Isabella Committee, the Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting to order. I'll call to the public. Any public? Okay. Then our first item is consider approving the fiscal year 2023 agreement for extension services between Isabella County and Michigan State University Extension in the amount of $169,684 and authorize the board chair to sign the same. We have Eric here today, right?
Yep.
Want to come up and give us some background on this, please?
What's that?
Want to come up and give us some background on this?
Sure. Yeah, so this is basically a standardized MOA like we have in many of the years past with FSU Extension and Isabella County. And so we did ask incorporate for a 3% increase for this year's budget. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same with exception. We did also include this year, we're trying to breathe some energy back into the Master Gardener program here. And so we are asking for an additional $3,090 in this MOA, which is, I think it's going to be a really cool opportunity. It's a multi-county opportunity. So with this funding, essentially, we're working with a couple of other counties within our district that would then support that, and then also institution on campus funding to support this position. And so hopefully back into that program, getting some different supports, getting those services back out there for that. And then obviously we're very fortunate in Isabella County. We're pretty staff rich in terms of what we provide for the community, because we have educators like Kara Lynch. We have a SNAP Ed program instructor and Sabrina McGee. We also have Paul Gross, who are funded on campus that are, kind of supports obviously to this MOA. So I guess this is my first time doing this to this group, and I did the annual report the other day, so I didn't really know what else you needed from me in terms of this. If there are other questions, I'm happy to field those, but.
Any questions?
I don't have.
No, you're all good.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to consider approving the fiscal year 2023 agreement for extension services between Isabella County and Michigan State University Extension in the amount of $169,684, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 3 to the work and regular sessions of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. The item will be forwarded to next week's meeting. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate the
Have a
support.
good day.
Take care. You too.
Okay. Our next item is consider approving zoning amendment 22-03, which would rezone the subject property from medium density residential R2 and general agricultural AG2 to light industrial, and authorize the board county board chairperson to sign the official zoning map. Hi, Tim Neoport.
Good morning. This is a rezoning request that came to our office. It's a piece of property on North Mission Road. It's currently zoned into R2 on the frontage along Mission Road, and the back portion of this property is zoned the Ag 2. The applicant came to us with his piece of property that is about, I think, 17 acres in size roughly, and he wants to rezone it into industrial. This is just north of Mission Road, or I'm sorry, just north on Mission Road, just north of the northern boundary of the village of Rosebush. So it's just outside the village of Rosebush.
Gotcha.
Up along that stretch, there is a small industrial kind of park. There's some industrial businesses and activities going on. This property has had industrial activity on it forever. They don't know the track back how long it was actually that it's been going on there. So they're just now asking to basically come into conformance by us rezoning it over to industrial so that they continue to use the property or possibly expand the property for other industrial use. Planning Commission did hold a public hearing on September 8th. There was no correspondence that we received either written or at the meeting in public from the public. And Planning Commission did make a recommendation after reviewing section 1508C of the ordinance, which is the section that tells them what they need to look at for rezoning requests. They did review that and made a unanimous recommendation to the county board for approval.
So this is just past Mills a little bit.
Yep, just past Mears. It's just south, that's Denver Road. So that corner of Denver, that northwest corner of Denver is kind of where Lucy Metals and that Lucy stuff is. This is just south about a quarter mile and then across the other side of the road on Mission.
And what are they doing with it right now? It's
Well,
in
it's-
an industrial use now, right?
Yeah, it's been an industrial use in the past. I'm not sure that he's currently I'm not sure exactly what he's currently using it for.
Just one.
Yeah, wants to, I'm not sure if he's looking to sell, if he's looking to expand, if he's looking to change type businesses and bring in that, or not. But, one of the things the planning commission is required to do, when the rezoning comes through is to seek all of those, because if we rezone it to an industrial district, any one of those industrial uses that's listed in there can be done on that property.
Oh, right.
So that's one of the criteria that they have to look at to engage, do we want this kind of business? Is this something? And everything in that list, basically, when they reviewed it, basically said, that the similar use that's been going on in the property, you can see trucks and you can see, trailer beds. If you're looking at the
I'm
photography here,
looking at,
yeah.
there's a lot going on.
yeah, there is a lot of stuff
Okay.
happening. So
A lot of buildings.
so it's already kind of in that quasi-industrial intent of the ordinance, and we didn't think there was anything there. The planning commission didn't think there was anything there that would hamper that from moving forward.
Any other questions or comments on?
Good. Okay, make a motion to consider approving zoning amendment 22-03, which would rezone the subject property from medium density residential and general agriculture to light industrial, and authorize the county board chair to sign the official zoning map.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 4 to the work and regular session of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. Item 4 will be forwarded to the next week's county commission's meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a
Have a
great
good
day.
Tim.
Okay, our next item is consider approving the fiscal year 2023 County Veteran Service Fund Grant Agreement between Michigan Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency, and Isabella County in the amount of $61,297.50 for enhanced veteran service operations, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. We have Ian Welch today here. This background on this.
So finally, the contract came through.
Right, I knew we were
They
waiting on
took their
this.
sweet time. Just as a reminder, what the grant was actually requesting for was billboard ads through Lamar on Pickard and Mission, then the Wade promotion ads, which are the ICTC bus ads. And then I'm actually asking for a professional photographer to take some new pictures of our committee members that'll go up in those two ads. Requesting, because we have the Home Builder Show, Isabella County Fair, and then sometimes other events have fees. So I'm requesting money potentially to pay those fees so that I can go to those events. And then we're applying for essentially
between CNR Electric LLC and Isabella County for light lighting retrofit in the county administration building, the town mission on aging building, and the trial court building in the total of amount of $65,635 and authorize the board chair to sign the contracts and budget amendment number 2023-01. So we have Steve Schumacher here today. Give us the background on this.
Morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
As you can see, the lighting retrofit that I have here. One of the first things that struck my mind when I came here was that everything was fluorescent. I was quite surprised. I had put in for it like in the first 6 months when I was here. As you can see, the bulbs last 4 to 6 times longer with a much less energy consumption.
Oh.
You think about all the lights we have in all these buildings, that's quite a bit of money. We had 4 contractors that put in bids. One was deemed unresponsive. You can see the other 3 at the bottom of the staff report. CNR Electric was quite a bit cheaper than the rest.
Yeah, I see that.
The contract states that all lights will be replaced, all ballast will be removed, and I will take care of the disposal of them. I think this is a great opportunity for the county to save a little money. It's low hanging fruit.
Great. Any
Could not agree more. I'm glad you're doing this. Every time we get the invoice lists, I look at our electricity bills and they're paying a lot of money.
It's staggering.
for Electricity, it
We
is.
do.
It is amazing how much LEDs will save. It's just-
Yeah, and the maintenance
Yeah.
cost as well. I mean, there's
Oh,
much
yeah.
less replacement, the ballasts. I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I guess go ahead.
The university did this, maybe 10 years ago. They hired, like 2 or 3 temporary electricians and went through and did the entire campus. Took 'em a couple
And as I
years.
have lights that are going bad, we've been replacing with LED. I
Yeah,
just don't have the manpower to go through all these buildings and take
Oh,
care
sure.
of this.
yeah.
Okay.
The question I have is the bid in the courthouse. I mean, all the other ones were fairly close. That is way up the other two.
It is, and the courthouse has a lot of the chandelier lightings and all that kind of stuff, and the balances up and behind there are hard to get at, but I think
Yeah,
CNR would like to have some of the county's work.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
I mean,
because that means
so I'm not asking
Strategic
more.
move, right?
as
could
long
be.
as they're aware, as long as they didn't miss it.
And it
That's the
says
first-
right in the contract that all fluorescent lights are to be eliminated, so I thought that covered us.
I question.
But yeah, it is quite a bit cheaper. I think they're looking, and I'm all for giving them an opportunity,
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't want to lift a gift horse in the mouth and say, why are you guys so cheap? This is what they said they would do it for, and
Okay,
You get a motion on that?
I
Steve?
sure can.
Great.
Make a motion to consider approving the contracts between CNR Electric LLC and the Isabel County for lighting retrofit in the county administration building, the Commission on Aging building, and the trial court building in the amount of $65,635 and authorize board chair to sign the contracts and budget amendment number 2023-01.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 6 to the work and regular session of the county commission next Tuesday. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. The item will be forwarded to next week's county commission meetings. Thank you, Steve.
thank you.
Great. Can you hear us now, Jen?
Yes, I can. That was crazy.
Great. Okay, item 7 is consider approving the individual service contracts between Isabella County Commission on Aging and Roger Stemlow, Larry Davis, and Paul Stickler for services as a bulk food meal delivery driver effective October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. And we have Jen Crawford, Director of Commission on Aging, here to give us the background on this.
Good morning. So these three contracts, these are for our bulk food delivery drivers. So we do home delivered meals 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And these gentlemen help us out by loading up all of our the meals that need to go out to our satellite sites. And they deliver those bulk meal containers out to our 4 satellite sites. So we have Shepherd, Wynn, Wademan, and Rosebush. So we have 2 different routes. So we have two general drivers, and then we also have a sub. So Paul Stickler is a sub for us, where Larry and Roger are our normal drivers. And all 3 of these gentlemen have been doing this for a long time and are willing to continue to do this for us. So and it's a great service that helps us. It also on those days it gets the home delivered meals out to those sites, so that if we have drivers that live in those areas, they can just go to those meal sites to pick them up, as opposed to coming all the way into the Commission on Aging to pick up those meals. So it helps them save with their mileage as well.
Great. Any more questions or comments?
No, just want to thank them.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Okay, I make a motion to consider approving the individual service contracts between the Isabel County Commission on Aging and Roger Stremlow, Larry Davis, and Paul Stickler for services as a bulk food meal delivery driver effective October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, and authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 7 to the work in regular sessions of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. Item 7 will be forwarded to next week's county commission meetings. Okay, our next item is consider approving the individual service contracts between Isabella County Commission on Aging and Elizabeth Jane Starr Gepford for services as a registered nurse effective October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. What do we have here?
So this is our contract with Jane Gepford. She is a RN who helps us by coming in, and she has to review our assessments and reassessments for both our personal care and respite care programs. And this is a requirement with our grant through area agency, the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging. So we do have to have an RN that is able to do those reviews. And Jane has been with us. I think this might be her 3rd year that she's been working with us now, and she does a great job. We typically budget for around 10 to 15 hours a month, and she is way under that every month. She's very efficient and comes in and just gets the job done. And it's based on the need that we have at the time, like how many that we needed her to review, and she comes right in and does a wonderful job for us. And so she's willing to stay on board and keep doing this for us.
Great. Any questions or comments?
Again, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Consider approving the individual service contract between the Isabel County Commission on Aging and Elizabeth Jane Starr Gefford for services as a registered nurse effective October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, and authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 8 to the regular and work sessions of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. Item 8 will be forwarded to next week's county commission meetings. Okay. Our next item is consider approving the Medicare Improvement for Patients and Providers Act, MIPA, beneficiary outreach and assisted purchase of service agreement between Michigan Medicare Medicaid Assistance Program, MAP, and Isabella County Commission on Aging, effective September 1st, 2022 until August 31st, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. Okay, what do we have here, Jen?
So this is just renewing. This is an agreement that we've had in place for quite some time with MAP. This allows our program to work with individuals to help them complete the very confusing Medicare applications. So the Medicare low income subsidy, the LIS app, and then also the MSP app, which is the Medicare Savings Program. Both are income based. And so individuals must qualify in order to be able to do these. And then it can give them further savings on their Medicare D programs. And all of our social workers on staff, so all 4 are MAP counselors. So they're trained counselors through this program. And so this is just another service that we're able to provide the community. And doing so through this purchase of service agreement, we actually receive funds for helping to complete these applications. So we receive $150 for the LIS and $200 for the MSP applications. And just last year alone, which the prior 2 years, our numbers had been down, but I think COVID had a big thing to do with that. And then also last year, we through our Medicare D program, we have these amazing volunteers that come in and help our staff. They're all trained to help individuals go through that open enrollment period, which is coming up October 15th. So we've had some outstanding volunteers in that program. And last year, we actually put 2 of them through this MAP training, and they also became MAP counselors with our staff. And through their help with them and our social workers, we had completed 27 applications last year. So with just this program alone, we brought in $4,000. So we were able to help more individuals with these applications.
That's great. I know
Yeah.
things are so complicated and,
Mhm.
rack your brain.
Yes, it is. It is such a confusing application process, and we are so blessed to have some really knowledgeable individuals on our staff who do a great job helping people.
Okay, any more questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, could we got something?
Nope, just a motion.
Okay,
Motion to consider approving the Medicare Improvement for Patients and Providers Act, MIPA, beneficiary outreach and assistance purchases of services agreement between Michigan Medicare Medicaid Assistance Program, MAP, and the Isabel County Commission on Aging, effective September 1st, 2022 until August 31st, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
support. It's been moved and supported to move item 9 to the work and regular sessions of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The ayes carry, and item 9 will be forwarded to next week's county commission meetings.
One quick question.
Sure.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Notice on those dates, it is September 1st and August 31st.
It is. Yeah, that is one of those, it is, I don't understand what the dates are for why they're like they are, but that is their September 1st through August 31st.
All right, I just, our dating and
I know. I've double checked that many times, or when we first got this agreement, I double checked it thinking I put it down wrong, but that is what it is.
Okay. With that, we'll move to the final item, which is consider approving the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging contractual agreement with Isabella County and other required documents for fiscal year 2023 and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
So this is this contract, this is the first year of a 3-year agreement. They do multi-year agreements with some providers, and we're fortunate to be able to be one of those multi-year agreement providers. So this is the first year of a 3-year agreement with Region 7 Area Agency on Aging for the funding that we receive for both our in-home and nutrition programs. So the amount of the contract is $239,824, which represents approximately 20% of both of those programs' budgets. So it's very substantial, a substantial amount of money. And on top of that, I think what's exciting is this actually marks the 50th year of consecutive funding for our program with Region 7 Area Agency on Aging. And I believe it's also the 50th year of our Commission on Aging coming up as well. So we'll be planning some fun things with that. But this is a huge amount of funding that we receive for our programs, and are hoping that you're able to approve this for us so we can keep this going.
Any questions or comments? Okay, can I get a motion, please? Sure.
make a motion to consider approving the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging contractual agreement with Isabel County and the required documents for fiscal year 2023 and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support. It's been moved and supported to move item 10 to the Work in regular session of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. The item will be forwarded to next week's county commission meetings. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll call to the public or any online, Michelle.
There is no one online.
Okay, then I will adjourn the meeting. That went smooth.
Yeah.